Welcome back to the Wasteland, my friends. Today's video, we're going to be going over the Pip-Boy. Now, I'm going to release individual model specifications and features in the next broadcast, but in this broadcast, we're going to be specifically just going over the generalities, if that's a word, of the Pip-Boy. First off, the Pip-Boy was developed by Robco Industries by Robert House, the man who is now in control, or not. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've been to the Strip and Vegas, New Vegas, It's been a while since I've been there, but last I know, he was the secret puppet master in Vault, or not Vault, but the Lucky 38. He was ruling over the Strip, trying to get other people, trying to negotiate with the NCR, all that. He kind of wants them to piss off. Anyways, he's the one who's in control, and he was the founder of Robco Industries. Now, back on point. The Pip-Boy was created by Robco Industries for use by Vault-Tec. Vault-Tec wanted a Pip-Boy, a device that would be able to help their residents, because being in a vault isn't easy. You have to manage many things like nuclear power plants, food, water, making sure everyone's happy. This would be very helpful for an overseer, but not only just an overseer, but other residents. So that way they can monitor their health, make sure they're healthy, not too many rations are going by, staying fit, because in a vault, it's not like the Wasteland where you have to survive and you get your meals, and it's more of a society, so you have to more monitor that with a Pip-Boy or something to make sure that you're doing everything right. Now, I like to say that I do not fully believe that Vault-Tec would just want their residents to be comfortable and have something to help them with math, have radio stations, all that. I don't think that was the true intention. Something that we're going to get into is the Pip-Boy is very good at monitoring your health and your conditions for your lifeline, your vital stats, all that. To me, knowing Vault-Tec, what they do, experiment on people, try to record all that results, likely for the Enclave. I don't really know too much about the connections there, but if they wanted a way to collect information, right, and they don't really ask their residents, hey, how are you feeling about something horrible we just did? I mean, that just happened. Right, they're not really asking them all that much because they're trying to just live their lives while trying to just get this background study to monitor how they're doing. What better way than to strap a device on their arm, monitor their vitalities, their vitals, monitor their health, see how they're doing it, if they're paranoid, their heart rate, all of that can be monitored right there on their device on their arm, and then probably uploaded while they sleep, or maybe collected samples. To be honest, I don't really know how they would get the information from that. Maybe it's broadcasting it. Who knows? But yeah, that's what I think their true intentions was a device for Vault-Tec to monitor how their experiments are going. Now, the Pip-Boys do function outside of the vault, which is very, that might blow a hole in my theory, but they do work outside the vault, and they are very, very helpful. Now, as someone who's recording on a Pip-Boy right now for this broadcast, I can tell you I absolutely freaking love my Pip-Boy. I currently have the Model 2000 Mark 6. It's my, I think it's my favorite. It's pretty comfy. It's not really as rugged as the 3000 models, especially the 3000A. That one is, damn, that one's really tough. But personally, I think my favorite's got to be the Pip-Boy 2000 Mark 6. The normal original 2000, it's pretty nice. It's not the best. I do like the mapping features it's got, but personally, it's a 2000 Mark 6. I'm getting off topic. I know this. I'm not going on script like normal ones, normal broadcasts, that is. And I'll save the individualities for a different broadcast. But today, we're going to be going over the standard functions, and we're going to get into that right now. Let me just get a Nuka-Cola break, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, I am back from my Nuka-Cola break. I was experiencing some symptoms of the new plague. I don't really know if I did have it or not. But if you hear me sniffing or something, that's why. I did just blow my nose into some clothing I found off of a skeleton. It was made my Pip-Boy Geiger counter go a little on the rad side, but I think I'll be fine. I have some Radix and Radaway I can take. Anyways, let's get into what the specific functions are. First off, standard functions. When you're holding it on your arm. Well, you're probably not holding it if you're listening. Well, if you're listening to this, no, you probably have a Pip-Boy. But if you don't, and you're listening to this on some other radio, and you're not as fortunate as some others with Pip-Boys, I will give you a whole detailed list of what they have. So, standard functions. I had this all written down right in front of me on my terminal, and let's get into it right now. So now models, I would like to say this. Models, like I was telling you, there's different models, but they vary between the vaults just because of funding abilities, and vaults were being made at different times. It wasn't like all vaults were being made at the same time. So technology obviously improved during when vaults were being made. So that's why there's different models. Some are more advanced, some are less. That's why. But these features that I will be reading to you are going to be mostly for all Pip-Boy, so it's what they most have in common. So most of the Pip-Boys that I'm going to read here, or what I'm going to read about the features, most of the Pip-Boys have this, okay? So you might find a model that doesn't have everything I say here, but for the most part, they're going to have it. Let's get into it right now. Standard functions, so they have a health tracker. Yes, this is very, I was telling you this, but they can monitor any sicknesses you have, any illness. Let's say I have a broken bone, it's going to tell me how to treat it. If I have radiation poisoning, it'll tell me how to treat it. It'll tell me what effects I'm likely going to have. And yeah, pretty much just that kind of stuff. It'll also let me know my name. It'll let me know my name after you input that. It's not going to read your name. That's not something that's written in your DNA. Come on. But it'll tell you your physical attributes, like my strength, my endurance, my intelligence, all that. It's going to come with my skills, like anything I've found out. If I'm really good at lockpicking, it'll kind of sense that and be like, hey, you could probably lockpick really good. You got some nice perception. And then any other traits you have. So if you're like really you're really, if you're claustrophobic, it can kind of pick that up in your tight spaces. Your heart rate will go up and it'll sense that, with its like little sonar that it's picking up in your tight space, all that. It'll tell me your traits. So now that we're done with the health, let's get into other things that it has. It's got other useful features such as a mapping system. Like I was just saying, it's got some sonar. So it uses sonar and or satellite imagery. Most notably the Pip-Boy 2000 it has satellite imagery. Very nice. I don't know how much real satellites are going around, so who knows how long that satellite will be in use for, but might as well you make use of that map while you can. And the Enclave or some other space, who even knows if the Enclave got in there, but some space people, aliens, Zetons, whoever, I don't know. They might be managing satellites. That might be why it just might work indefinitely. Who knows? But other than that, satellite and sonar, and then a data tab for storing any information you may have, such as your notes, current assignments, quests, all that. It can actually record what you're doing. So if you want to, like right now, I'm recording on a holotape, so I can actually record using a microphone built into the Pip-Boy, and I can make broadcasts like I am doing now. They also come with a compass and a radio for both AM and FM frequencies. Ran out of storage in that holotape, switching to another, but it's got AM and FM frequencies, a holotape player, and a very advanced feature known as VATS, or the Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System. Now, before we go any further, I would like to tell you what VATS is. It's really freaking difficult for me to actually explain what it is unless you've actually experienced it for yourself. But as a user of almost every Pip-Boy, I'm going to give you the best explanation possible. So bear with me. But it's like a mix of jet and mentats. Now, I don't recommend taking these, but if you're a traveler and a storyteller like myself, you're going to have to try some stuff that people talk about. I haven't gone in psycho yet, so don't worry. And then also, I always keep an addict all every time I try this stuff, so do not try this at your shack, okay? Do not ever touch these drugs unless you absolutely have to. So, anyways, it's like a mix of jet and mentats, and because the world seems to like slow down and chances of a successful hit are like in your face. Like you can really it's crazy, okay? It's like you're tripping out and you took like a red pill. It's like you can see what's going on. You can predict the chances of what body and like what body part or limb you're going to actually hit. It's really, really hard to explain, okay? It's some world breaking kind of strange occurrence thing you're having. It's like time freeze. It's like I said, it's like jet and mentats, okay? Because the world freezes, everything slows down, and you can really focus on things, right? Except you're not like you don't get that high, that rush of damn, I want to kill something, something like that. It's not really bad, and there's also no side effects. But the mentats also, because you can like really calculate what you're gonna hit on this person and how your perception's really affecting that. It's crazy, hard to explain. Anyways, and then it lets you attack what specific part of you that you want to attack, and honestly, it's pretty really, 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 really helpful if you're in a tight location and there's a bunch of enemies jumping you at once. I don't necessarily know how it works though. I can't explain it. I haven't found any like needle injections on the arm ports, but it could go through the cloth or the actual leather material that is on your arm. I truly don't know how it works. I initially thought it was going to be some sort of drug that was administered through a needle, but obviously that's not the case because you don't need to refill your Pip-Boy with it. There's no side effects besides really being kind of tired after it. It kind of wears you out, not going to lie. I do know that the Institute was testing on it with their most advanced models of synths. They were doing some research and stuff, and they were able to actually implement the VATS system into them. So can't be with drugs if it's on robots and stuff, But I don't know. I think it has something to do with the nervous system, but that's my best guess. Yeah, that's my best guess. Anyways, so I think that's all the features. We got a status tab for obviously your vitals and all that. Like I said, status tab. I'm not looking at my Pip-Boy right now. I'm trying to do this without looking. Data tab, inventory tab, so it can tell you what you're holding and all that. It's really friggin' helpful. Especially if you just mark it down on your Pip-Boy and actually let it know what you're holding. It's really easy to keep tabs of. A data tab of what you've done, all that. Like if you need to go do a job for someone, you can just let it know, like type down what you need to do, all that. And then a radio tab, obviously for radio. And then some models come with a map tab. So very helpful. My Pip-Boy, it doesn't come with a map, which it's really bummed out. I'm really bummed out about that. I'm currently trying to mix some of the components with the 2000 model with the 2000 Mark 6, just so I can get that mapping feature. I really like that mapping feature. But yeah, so most of them come with all those features that I listed. It is the Pip-Boy is one of the most useful tools in the Wasteland, whether it be for combat, survival, or even just good old entertainment, because this device can do it all. Personally, I like to play some video games on it. I really am digging Nuka Tapper right now, but I gotta say my all-time favorite's Automatron. That's, if you haven't played it, you got to. Really a great one. I also like to watch old movies like Attack of the Fishmen. That's one of my favorites, definitely. There's also some good old westerns I like to watch on it, but the Fishman it's a really good one. But yeah, and so also the Pip-Boy is really freaking durable. Okay, I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Really durable. Okay, like I've seen vault dwellers step on mines, right? Boom, everything gone, right? You see like their helmet get all malformed, their gun shattered and in the unusable. Some of their rounds go off. But you know what's there? Their Pip-Boy and some of their arm. It's kind of disturbing. It's a little gross, but it's impressive how well the Pip-Boy can hold up. It's genuinely impressive. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this broadcast. I know it was a lot different than my normal broadcast. I will give you another more focused, more precise, more decisive, more all those special words to make it where I don't talk a lot, okay? It's just going to be straight up about the Pip-Boy, all the facts that you got to know. So that way you can condense it if you're trying to survive and you don't want to hear a man on your radio, your Pip-Boy radio, just ramble on about stuff in the Wasteland, okay? I got that coming for you. But if you did enjoy this broadcast, be sure to tune in next time for other broadcasts. I'm going to release the individual models. So be sure to subscribe. If you liked it, be sure to let your provider know. So if it's depending on who you're broadcasting to, if you got it by holotape, thank you so much for your purchase. These caps really help. Okay, they keep me fed. I do a lot of mercenary work, so it kind of eases out my job if I can't find anyone that I need to put down. So thank you all for that. And yeah, may the Wasteland treat you with peace and prosperity.